Going on, family? You're tuned in to Real Life Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Cam Miller. I am in the big chair tonight, joined in virtual studio with my comedy brother. First of all, Miguel is not here
Nope.
as usual.
Nope.
As usual, but I am joined in virtual studio with Jeff Kaufman from the law offices Kaufman and Lynn, and from the Under Oath podcast. I tell people all the time, they say, "Yo, Jeff on the show." I say, "Yeah, Jeff is the white character on a UPN show. We gotta have him."
It's a requirement.
It is a requirement that he is Marissa Tomei in a different world. We have to have him.
I was replaced with an Indian guy last week. That's not right, man.
He said the
UPN. Mexican.
Yes. I love the token Mexican and the token Jew. It's Patricia or me. We swap us out.
Do, man. We also joined with James John, who I tell people all the time, when you break the show down, so we got Jeff Kaufman, who is our token white guy, because that's what UPNWB says. I say Miguel is the comic relief. He's that guy that's always the comic relief. I'm the handsome one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm Justin Timberlake. I'm just a bad bitch. And then James John is our leader. He's the Black Lion, bro.
Am I really
the leader? Yes, you are. You are the leader.
We gotta find a better leader.
You are the leader of this show, bro. General Yan, like the chicken,
reporting for duty.
General Sal Yan, yo.
Outstanding, gentlemen.
You don't think you're the leader, bro? I think you're the leader of the show. You're the man.
I never thought that. To be honest,
he's the glue. He's the glue,
baby.
You the glue.
I guess so. I
guess
the
glue,
you're
baby.
the sweet and sour of this show.
Yo, you keep this lace front on.
I do, bro. Bro. My ends are showing. We need a new one. That's funny.
It's killing me. I wrote that whole segment this morning.
Did you really?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, man. Hey, so Miguel gave me this edible, so I popped it like halfway through the
Miguel edible.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a cookie.
Bro, you're gonna wake up.
Don't trust Miguel edibles.
So
you're gonna fall asleep, wake up in like Toronto.
So I hit him. I said,
"You wake up supporting Trump." That's how bad it is.
Right? Hey, man, this Team DeSantis. Hey, but look, man, like Ken done voted for Herschel Walker. What?
Why?
How the hell is he leading in the polls? Who the hell running against this dude?
People like to vote for crazy now. Herschel, they love crazy.
Herschel Walker, like, hey, look, I don't believe in abortions. He done had 8 of them. This dude
got a punch card. He got a frequency punch card.
He gets a discount.
The 10th one's free.
Hey, like at Backyard Burger, you get the 10th burger free. Bro, this dude Herschel Walker be on there. He done told everybody he was a cop. Ain't nowhere they can't find nowhere that this dude went to any type of school to be a police officer.
Is crazy, man.
Bro, who in the hell is running against this dude that you losing to Herschel Walker, bro?
Bro, you know he gonna win, right?
It's a name. It's a name. People vote for the name they know. It's not. Think. Oh, come on. I remember when Marion Barry ran again for mayor of DC. And this was after he got busted in the hotel room with crack and a hooker. And I'm like going, how do you elect this guy again? And it's just the name. They go, oh, we like him. You do what you want to do. You got our vote.
In the famous words of Marion Barry, that bitch set me up. That set me up, bro. Oh, man.
He didn't say I didn't do it. He said she set me up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, bro.
And there are women out there going, I see that happening. People nod their head.
Like, yo, she really did.
Yeah, she really set him up.
Dude, it's so crazy how when you're famous, like you said with the whole name thing,
all it is,
your victim becomes the villain.
Yeah.
It's dude, I was watching this thing on Mike Tyson, and the girl that he went to jail for raping during that time was the villain.
Yeah.
Like they hated this, like this woman to the point where like somewhere I read she changed her name, but at the same time, she has not did one interview, nothing since this.
No.
Like she is the villain after she got sexually assaulted by me.
Do they have a civil case on this one?
I don't know.
You might want to look up if she got paid.
Yeah, it probably is.
Sometimes with that stuff, like the Kobe Bryant girl, she got paid.
Yeah, but the girl said in her last interview she says, after this, y'all, I ain't got worried about talking about me no more. I'm about to be gone. And ain't nobody heard when this girl says, what was that, 93, 94, whatever that was?
Look at Cosby, for example. I mean, Cosby actually testified and said, well, I gave him something to loosen him up. I mean, dropped Quaaludes in their glass. And
it says here, guys, in 1995, this is in Indianapolis, Mike Tyson settled a civil suit filed against him by the beauty contestant he was convicted of raping. So he settled a lawsuit with her, civil.
So he got paid. I mean, maybe not enough.
She got paid. Yeah, she got paid.
Yeah. I mean, Kobe Bryant's girl got paid. I mean, the civil suits, are serious. I mean, we're millions of dollars. Now, but I'm not saying that means you did it, but I mean, I'm saying that.
But you settled because you wanted to go away as a celebrity. Now, with the Kobe case, was it rape?
He paid her to go away. He paid her,
but he just paid her to go away because she came forward and said.
And then she wound up not testifying in the criminal case because she goes, I don't want to be involved in it. That's how that case went away, because she got paid and then said, I'm out.
Man. But they never disclosed how much money it was, right? That's one of those things.
A lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They backed the money truck.
Jeff,
backed the money truck.
Right, Jeff. A lot of those sealed.
Yeah, it's NDAs, non-disclosure agreements.
So nobody.
So when people complain about that, they go, I signed an NDA, so I'm not allowed to speak with it. That's what they paid you to do. So when anybody complains about that, I'm like going, hold on a second. You took a large amount of money to shut up, and now you're mad that you took the money?
Yeah. Now, wasn't that the case when it was with Trump and the young lady who was a adult film star?
That was part of the deal. We will pay you this money, but you got to sign an NDA. I don't care. I'll take the money. And then
So what happens when you break that NDA then?
Well, you can go after them, but it's like getting blood from a stone. If they don't have anything, there's nothing to go after.
Gotcha. Yeah. I just wondered about that because
I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, like, and I study this stuff, like the Bill Cosby thing. People go, oh, that was justice. I said it was justice for one reason. We believe in this country that you shouldn't be forced to testify against yourself. And that's what happened in the Cosby case, that they forced him to testify in a civil case. He tried to plead the fifth, and the prosecutors in Pennsylvania said, we're not going after him, so he can testify to anything he wants. It's like he got immunity. And then 4 years later, they used that testimony to prosecute him. And that's why he got off. Not because he didn't do it, but because he shouldn't have been forced to testify against himself.
Wow, that's crazy.
A lot of people don't know that. And either way, you don't like it, I don't care. It was a bad guy, but everyone has their rights. So that's what happened with him. But he was justice was served. Justice ain't served. How many women did you liquor up? And it wasn't. Could you imagine? And I've seen that happen where women get doped. And that's serious. And I knew one of the girls he did dope. It was not a good thing.
Not at all. Definitely want people don't get it twisted. We don't think that's right at all.
Lou Ferrigno's wife too. There's a lot of people don't know. She was one of the victims, and Lou almost ripped his head off at a party.
I had no idea.
I would not want to upset him.
I enjoy sex. I just want the listeners to know that. My favorite part of sex is when the woman is
having a good time.
And and again, we got some noises and we calling each other names and MFers and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that good hardcore makeup sex.
You're not alone. I could be alone with myself. I don't need you to be there.
But, wow. But to put somebody to sleep and drug them and that's just that's bananas to me, bro. Yeah, that's bananas to me, man. That's just that's sick and disgusting. Bill Cosby should be in jail forever, like till he's dead.
Under the jail.
But that's just me. Hey, I'm sorry. This supposed to be laughs, and we supposed to be laughing.
Well, sorry, you'd be funny in jail. First, you take the Jello pudding, and then you get the shanks.
So we done took this all over, man. But we'll switch to something since I just popped this edible. We've talked about marijuana
allegedly.
No, allegedly, man. I was eating it during the break.
Your attorney's right here. Allegedly, pop this edible.
That's I took only half of it. I can't do a whole thing because I don't want my wife.
That could be a Toll House cookie. For Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, lawyer. You're right.
My lawyer has
spoken. Apparently, Circle K is gonna be selling marijuana.
Woo! You know what?
Sir.
Oh, I'm back at the K.
What state?
Florida.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does a Circle K sell? Are you talking CBD or actual weed?
It is.
Well, first off, if you go,
it says Green Thumb dispensaries will be in Circle K. It doesn't say what type of marijuana.
Okay, so there's a separate place. Like a Circle K could have like a A&W root beer.
Mm-hmm.
So it says customers who have medical marijuana card will be able to buy cannabis products, including flour, gummies, and vapes.
Ooh. Now, Jeff, I want to tell you something, bro. First off, Circle K has been serving up weed a long time, but now it's official. There's a lot of people working
Silent Bob outside of Circle K.
Yeah. Bill and Ted, before they took down all the
man, I love Bill and Ted.
They were slinging that weed too.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't buy weed from Circle K. Like I don't buy anything from Circle K. Lottery tickets is the only thing I've bought from Circle K. And if I got to get gas because I'm about to run out of gas and it's right here near my house,
you'll go to Circle K.
I go to Circle K, but I'm normally not going to Circle K to get weed, man. Just
no.
What you want to hang out with this guy in his backyard named Tony or something to get your weed? I grew up in Miami. It wasn't like you could go to Circle K. You had to go to like Circle Tony, and it was this guy nobody liked, and you had to hang out with him for like 4 hours to get your weed. See, it's lazy now. Youth of America lazy. They get their porn for free, and then they get their weed from Circle K.
Like that. Yeah, free there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't watch it because I'm happily married and a Christian, so I don't watch. I heard
that about you, Ken.
That ain't how I get down. That ain't.
Pornhub has their own Christian mingle site on it. Okay.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about Angelina Castro, bro.
Okay. Oh wow, I don't even know who that is.
Lady in my life, son. Don't know nothing
my
about
fans only page.
That's so funny. I told you about my page.
Only page.
You heard my mom. Show me your feet. Yo, man.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm cool with it. You sell weed how you want to sell it, but I ain't going to Circle K to get it. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm not a smoker, so I actually like the edibles more than I like smoking.
Now, what is the edibles
edibles bad though, man, because you don't know how much you're taking sometimes.
Every time I take them, I'm just chilling. I've never been like stone. I'm tell you this though. Unless I've smoked with the wrong people, usually weed, when I get home, I'm asleep. I'm not like, oh man, I need the munchies. I'm usually asleep or super horny because I smoked the joint the other day and my wife came home and I was like, look, hey, man.
Show me you told her, show me your feet.
Show me your feet, baby. Yeah. She was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like,
what's wrong with you? Yeah.
What you talking about, baby? I've been loved at this feet. Yeah.
Loved it.
Let me see the feet, baby. She was like, you don't take your black ass, baby. You can see them feet with a Z at the end. Let me see them feet, baby. And I was eating. I was going to put some of this lasagna on them feet. Hey, girl, you got a little red sauce, like red toenail paint. Let me put some red toenail paint.
Oh my God, bro, you should not smoke in the middle of the day anymore.
Oh man, I think what I got just kicked in. But with that being said, we got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Remember, guys, go to Instagram, follow us. Go to Twitter, follow us. Go to Facebook, follow us. And go to the iHeart app, search Real Labs, download all them podcasts. And you're going to see these beautiful ass faces. Go to YouTube, and you can find all of our shows on there. Miguel is out tonight, as usual, but I'm joined in the virtual studio with James John, and from the law office of the Kaufman and Glenn, and the Under Oath podcast, Mr. Jeff Kaufman. Man, we were talking about something before the beginning of the show about taxes. And, most people, working people get money back on their taxes. It's not
tax refund. We look forward to it.
That's withholding. Stuff you've withheld. The government has withheld. They took it out of your paycheck and they say, if you don't get there, we give it back. Okay.
Yes. Most of us normal. Do. But let's talk about somebody that got a big check. Because this normally don't happen with celebrities. Usually celebrities, and I always hear Steve Hart talk about, I just go ahead and get that money because the IRS getting it. Kevin Hart, go on get that money.
What did Dr. Dre say? Dr. Dre say, I fear two people, God and the IRS.
Yeah, that's it,
bro.
Yeah, that's it. And the IRS is about 50,000 people.
Woo!
So apparently Tyler Perry By the way, I want you to know the title of the story says Black Billionaire Tyler Perry details the time the IRS owed him $9 million.
Woo!
That's
a good check.
Million. And James, you told me that he fired everybody.
Everybody on his team.
Of course.
Team. Yeah, you're done.
That's because he went to this. He went over to get his weed from Circle K and went next door to H&R Block and took care of his taxes. $29. What a
Medea got glaucoma.
I got a W-2 and some gummies. How much is this? How much do I got? Oh,
bro, how do you make
this process
that kind of
years?
That kind of mistake though? How do you overpay that much?
This is what happens, and this is what happens with celebrities. Somebody advises him who to go to. Yep. Oh, you need to go to this guy. He's great. Or this guy, or this is my friend. Or everyone tries to stay with the same people they've had their whole life. And I promise you that the accountant is somebody that he trusted, he liked, his team, all this other stuff. And they go, here, just take the money out. Just take the money. And here's the problem with celebrities, athletes, and everything. I used to be an NBA agent. And I used to tell them, you need to understand your money. If you don't understand your money, you're going to get screwed over. And he didn't understand the money. He didn't want to sit down in the meeting where they said, all right, we could do this, but it's a little risky. So we're just going to pay all this. We're not going to take this deductions. You need to be active when it's your money. And he wasn't. And he probably went with, he tends to, he's known, and I'm not saying it, but he's known for making movies pretty cheaply. So he probably thought, let me use the same tax people.
Cost effectively.
Yes. So he probably went with a low-end guy or a bookkeeper or something else like that and didn't realize when you're dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars, you need to go to a serious dude.
I will say this, though. He didn't get Wesley sniped. at least they got a check back and he ain't owe like, hey, man, you owe like $2 billion. You know what I mean?
Well, somebody told Wesley he didn't have to pay, and that's dumb.
From what I heard about in Hollywood, they said Wesley was going around telling people, I ain't got to pay no taxes. Taxes.
He told him that.
Yes, he was telling everybody. And when it came time to just settle and take care of it, he kept fighting. You know what you do? Thank you. What do I need to? How big is this check I have to write? You don't argue with them, and people go, yeah, fight them. You can't fight the government. Stay away from the government. You comfortable?
Well,
you want to stay comfortable?
No, not anymore. Let's make sure people understand this too, Jeff. Make sure I'm telling the truth when I say, isn't the IRS the only government agency that's not regulated by anyone? They kind of are their own.
They're regulated by Congress. They're regulated by
Okay.
Congress, but don't screw with the IRS ever.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because they gonna win.
Yes, sir. No, sir. It's like when you get pulled over. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Amen.
Anytime you go, I got rights. Click, 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 and that's it.
Pull me over. I got rights. I ain't show you my ID. I ain't getting out the car, policeman.
Kid, you got the right to get gaffled.
Yeah, pull me over, yo. You ain't gaffling nobody.
I know Jeff Coffin. Unhand me, sir.
Jeff Coffin.
Unhand me.
I know Jeff Coffin.
Stop resisting as they're tasing him.
Yo, you know a lot of the cops in a pop could listen to real radio all day. Yeah. And when they pulling me out of the car, I know you listen to the Monsters. You know what the Coffin Lynn Studios is, son.
Dude, I got pulled over on the way to the show one time, and the dude was listening to the show, and he goes, "You're gonna be late, Mr. Kaufman."
Wow,
he listened to the show so much he started talking to me about my own personal life. And I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go.
And he goes, I'm gonna let you out with a warning.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jeff. That's the weird part when we go do shows and people are like, I listen to the show. They start reciting stuff that you said on the radio and you kind of forget exactly what you said. But they really
some crazy.
We said some crazy stuff. They start talking to you and talk to my wife like out of nowhere, like they really know her.
Like we're friends.
These people like
we're friends.
Who is this?
Bro, in the messenger, it was a show I wasn't on. And somebody commented with something in IG on Messenger in the DM, and I replied back like, "What are you talking about?" Because I wasn't on that show. And I was like, they was like this, and that. And then Miguel texted me like, "Oh no, the show last night we were talking about something about going to jail and using some loot, something we would, something I wasn't on the show for." And I was like, "Oh, I'm going back and forth with her, like, what you talking about? I ain't never done nothing like this, cuz.
That's funny.
And then when I look, it was real last. And I said, oh, this ain't my personal. I'm in the wrong Instagram.
No, you're in the wrong Instagram. Yes,
wrong Instagram, bro.
I was at the airport in Vegas, and I had posted something about being sick or something like that, and it was pre-COVID, and it wound up to be COVID. I didn't know it, and I was dying in the airport. I thought I looked like death, and this dude walks over to me. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? I'm like, I thought it was like some TSA agent who might know me, and he was going, yeah. And I'm thinking, do I know the guy? And he's talking to me. He's handing me Gatorade. I'm like, yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Dude. And he goes, I'm a big fan of the show, and they know you, and they absolutely
talk to you like we're best friends. You're like trying to figure out who is this person that I don't know. Are they
good people?
Are they
you
cool?
just don't have a clue who they are.
I love them. I love
they
them,
are
bro.
great.
My favorite is the people who just hear my voice.
Yeah,
and be like, hey, you on the radio? I'm like, yeah. You Ken Miller? Like, yeah, man. I love your show. I heard your voice, and I knew it was you. That's like,
true.
Gee.
That's true, man. I like.
Could you check my yard to see if I'm in compliance?
Yeah, right. I gotta work on my yard tomorrow. I got another one for you though, James.
Okay.
Talking about Tyler Perry with the 9 million using the auditor. Have you heard the story about Chamillionaire?
Who?
You know the rapper Chamillionaire?
Chamillionaire.
Yeah. You
Close
know.
enough.
Yeah, I thought it said Shy. I didn't know it was Chamillionaire. So Chamillionaire, because I don't know his music like that. I just saw it on TikTok the other day.
You know Chamillionaire's music?
The car is in silence.
They see me rolling.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
He hired Jay-Z's auditors. Hey, Jay-Z says, "Hey man, here go you should hire these auditors to check out your music," and find out his label hears $600,000 from him.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot.
They're
of money,
filthy,
y'all.
man. The label is filthy. Always.
So
never trust the label.
What can he do at this point, though?
Sue.
Okay.
Sue.
600.
Oh, hold on. This is what's funny. I got in an argument with my girl the other day, and you two are the cause of it. I told her at the Wu-Tang concert, I'm sitting there, and the concert starts up, and they're singing the songs, they're into it and everything else. All I hear is 6 guys like yelling directly at me like I did something. And I'm listening, and they know all the words. And she goes, oh, I love them. And she goes, I would have been singing along too. I said, no, you wouldn't. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, they're words you can't sing. And she goes, oh, you're allowed to do it if you're singing.
No.
Hey,
no.
I was like, I looked at her. I said, baby, only if you want me to get killed standing next to you.
That's right.
And she goes, no, I did karaoke. What white place were you at that you got away with that? And she goes, no, it's okay. I buy the songs. I'm allowed. I'm going, well, you got a license? No. And we had this huge argument. It's the first major argument we've ever had over something serious. I'm like, you're kidding with me, right, baby? And she was looking at me. No, I'm in the car. I love it. I sing all the.
Oh my God.
And oh man. And I think some people think that.
They probably do.
They probably do. Like, let's give them a purpose.
Looking at her like she was from the planet of Mars, and I could represent her there. I was like, I represent
a quick
you.
Public service announcement for Jeff, so your girl doesn't get killed. People, you can go to a concert, a rap concert. You can buy the music. You can enjoy the videos on YouTube. But there is no circumstance where it's going to ever be okay for you as a non-black person to recite, sing, or say the N-word.
And on top of that, why do some white people want to say it so bad?
Because it sounds like everyone's having a good time.
Makes you feel better.
Everything ain't gangster rap. Some people are like, hey, how you doing? It's like you're talking to your friends.
When we're all hanging out at the Improv, Jeff sees you use it. You look like you're having the time of your life. He's like, man, I wish I could say that.
No, because usually when I'm saying it, I'm having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's also some other things to it. Because sometimes if I'm saying it, I'm about to somebody up.
That's true. That is also true.
He is your friend, and then he is your enemy at the same time. It's like the word. It's like the S word. You could use it for anything. It's hot. It's cold. It's anything.
That's right.
It's a verb that you could use for anything. The N-bomb is basically the greatest adjective on the planet because it can be used in any way.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm having a good time. Sometimes I'm having the bad times. Sometimes I'm rapping. You never know, but now, man.
We
now,
gotta, you know what? I had such a great time with you guys at that concert. We gotta find another concert to go to.
Hold on. And I did something for you, Ken. I did something for you.
You text my wife, told I was sorry?
Yeah. But I did better than that, because that you'll get over that like tomorrow. I wound up buying a large Wu-Tang concert shirt online, and it's coming. So you will have a shirt that you can wear, since we bought you the wrong size.
Look at Kaufman, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
But I just want you to know something. The same shirt that was $50 at the concert, $25 online.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got Wu-Tanged. I got Wu-Tang. I got Wu-Tang.
Because the one you bought me, I use it for a condom now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, kid.
Okay.
Just a wraparound technique.
Like,
man,
I get this kid.
You're the only guy I know. You're the only guy I know with no baby, but you still swaddle. Like, that's funny. You just why your thing got a turban? Like, that's funny.
Wrap it up. Oh my goodness!
Can't call his the Black Adam.
He plays the flute and it goes up. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's funny.
She like, why your thing waving like a flag in the wind? So you out there, man. Shout out to Tyler Perry and Chop Millionaire for getting their money. And so, and for you broke people, take your ass out there and make sure you check behind. Don't like Carter said, don't have your cousin out there doing your taxes, bro. Go to a professional. Pay that little bit of extra money. Go on to a professional and get your taxes done, man. Because if not, if you might have some money out there. You might have some extra money out there.
It's true. So true.
That being said, man, we got to go to commercial, brah. And we be right back, brah. Real Radio 104.1, brah. Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. I'm Ken Miller in the Big Chair tonight. Remember, guys, go to Facebook, follow us, Instagram, follow us, Twitter, follow us. Go to YouTube and subscribe. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of this weekend. And also, if you want to listen to us, go to iHeart, search Real Laughs. You can download all our podcasts. Join your virtual studio with James John and from the Under Oath podcast and the law offices of Kaufman and Lynn. They so good, bro. They got the studio named after them, bro.
The studios. Two studios.
Jeff Kaufman in the building. So James, it's Thursday night. Tomorrow on the Lowdown, you got a special guest, man. You want to talk about that? Elaborate.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. First of all, thank you everybody on social media who's been reaching out to me because of our special guest tomorrow. It's been a long time coming, but the Lowdown, my TV show that I do, late night talk show, we're finally going to have a live studio audience, man. And I wanted people to come there and see some kind of something special. I want to say I wanted people to come there. If you're going to be a live studio audience, I want you guys to leave there talking about the show you just saw. So I was lucky enough to get Mr. Aries Spears to be my guest for my very first live studio audience in the building. It's going to be definitely packed to the gills full of people, and I can't wait to talk to Aries, because the one thing I give Aries credit for, he will talk. He will speak his truth. Whatever he's going through, however he feels, whether you agree with him or not, he will actually say it, and he'll stand on his word. And I've been talking with his people, his managers, and he wants to actually come on and clear the air because he's been going through some stuff in the news, with Tiffany Haddish, that whole situation about that skit that they shot so many years ago, and the people that are involved in that skit, the kids as well as the parents, are actually coming after him, and they're suing him because they say they've gone through mental anguish after shooting a skit almost 10 years ago. So no matter how you feel about it, he wants to give his side of the story, which I believe is fair, and we'll see where it goes. So I'm looking forward to having Aries on the show, man. This is big for me. We've been having some bigger names on the show. It's gotten some really great responses. So I'm just happy and just can't wait to get him in the studio tomorrow, bro.
Now, are there still
here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that people don't really, and very rarely do we get to talk the law, so we can do a little bit of that. Now, the big thing is that when they come out, the parents did this. Hey, guess what? You know who's going to be held responsible too? They can hold the parents responsible and say, listen,
that is true.
You were responsible. You were the one on the set. You're the one who, I don't want to use the word, prostituted their kids out, but they're sitting they're watching this go down. Yes. And they go, hey, we'll take the money.
Gotcha.
You know, so
Now,
if they think something was wrong, these parents got paid as managers. Their managers got paid. All these people got paid to do this.
And I'm trying to be socially conscious about this and make sure I don't offend anyone. And if I do, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to understand. Now, are you familiar with this, Ken? Have you heard about this?
Yeah. I was looking up the story because I heard the lawsuit had got dismissed by both of them. But I also heard that there was a civil. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening
Jeff
to
did the
Bill
money
Bellamy's,
sign, if you're wondering.
Yeah, I was listening to Bill
sign.
Bellamy's podcast yesterday, and he had Corey Holcomb on, and Corey said, yeah, the family was suing, and then they got that lawsuit money, and all of a sudden it's like,
well, here's the problem how this works out, and and I'm surprised he can talk about it. You know, normally you have to we talked about these NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Now, most likely what happened was he goes, I'm going to cut the deal, but I'm going to get to talk about it and you can't. You know, that might happen.
He has the power.
I'm reading up on it. He didn't pay any money, just Tiffany.
Tiffany did. Tiffany, right?
Yeah, Tiffany paid money, but it's been dismissed. The case has been dismissed, but Tiffany paid. Aries didn't pay anything.
I wonder why.
I know why.
Because he ain't got no
Tiffany's. No. Tiffany is a brand right now with a team around her. Tiffany has become a Hollywood darling. She's a star. Don't get me wrong. Aries Spears is known in the comedy world to us, but Tiffany is a whole damn brand. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people behind her, whether it be her management, the company's pushing that management. They need to protect their asset, which is Tiffany Haddish. So that's why she paid.
Yeah, but the question, they dropped the lawsuit against him too.
Yeah,
because I think it was all both. It was both of them. It was all one.
Normally, so they probably said if somebody pays, and he goes, I ain't paying, and she goes, I don't care, I'm paying.
She distanced herself from him immediately and apologized when he said, I'm not apologizing.
That's a tough thing. Because somebody said to me the other day, why don't you apologize? And I was laughing because I was going, because what happens when you apologize, you don't think you're going to, a lot of times it just blows up in your face worse.
Yes.
Like we talk about, I know baseball, Pete Rose. They said, just say you did it. Just say you did it. For like 15 years, they begged him and it'll be over. So he gets up there, he does this big apology. They go, okay, you're banned.
Yep. For life.
Yep. Don't ever trust that unless you sign some docs, unless there's some documents. Yeah. Don't trust.
You're right.
So,
that's I don't know if you answered me, James. So are you sold out on it?
I still have some tickets left, man. Actually, we have our seating capacity is about 45 seats, and I got a lot of people hitting me up saying they're coming, but hit me up in my email address, guys. That's JYON@afrotainment.us. Again, that's JYON, YON, my last name, @afrotainment.us. Hit me up for tickets, man. I'll put you guys on the list. It's first come, first serve basis. I got a lot of comics coming out there. A lot of people who support the show and watch it are coming as well, and I just can't wait, man. It's awesome because this is the first of many of these type of shows that we're going to be doing until we get a live studio audience every single day. Because
that's tough. That's tough. I guess he doesn't have to worry about talking about it because they already settled it.
Yep. Okay. So he can talk, and he wants to clear the air. I talked to him and his management. He just wants to tell his side of the story.
And dude, you're the first TV show he's doing it on.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, that's dope for you, man. That's super dope for you. That's dope for your show.
Well, because you're doing something good too. A lot of times people shoot for that gotcha moment.
I don't do that,
and I tell my guests, I will never ever. And I've had some tough people. I just had a woman on who smuggled her boyfriend out of prison in a dog carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I was like, listen, I'm going to be, and I wanted the story. I didn't want, hey, listen, I'm going to make you look bad. And anybody who has them wants to make them look bad. I can promise you this.
I want them to look bad. I'd be like, look, this is the thing you smuggled your man out of, but let me show you the picture of the dog that you killed that was supposed to be in the crate. We'll be right back on Geraldo.
Oh, yeah, Geraldo.
Remember, I don't know if you remember the show where the guy's going, I don't know where my kids are, everything else. We just got breaking news that your kid is in your basement.
Wow.
Dang.
That was the worst one. And he's looking, what? Your kid's been in your basement the whole time. He's hiding from you and your and your wife because he says you beat him. And it was like the dude's face just went completely white. He's been in the basement for 12 days rather. Oh man. They get you. They get you. They know they got you before they even start asking you your questions.
Yeah.
It's like
my favorite is always going to be Catch a Predator. Buddy,
Chris Hansen.
When Chris Hansen come out and Buddy be like, "Hey, Shorty had the laundry. Hey, I'm gonna put the laundry away." I'll be out there. He sit down. He had that cookie. Chris Hansen come out and say, "What's up, dog?"
Yeah, right.
What's up with you, Playboy? You good?
What's the beer for, son?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up?
The teddy bear? What's the teddy bear?
Yeah. Nah, man. I came over, you know what I'm saying, to teach her not to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the condoms and the wine coolers and the rope. You know what I'm saying?
The rope.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the edible I got from Miguel. Like I wasn't gonna get this girl none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was actually on my way to another house. I just didn't want to leave my stuff in the car because I didn't want to bust my windows and take my edible and my wine coolers and rope.
Bro, that's some horrible ish right there, bro. That show.
That was painful to watch. But could you imagine if you're going to get caught doing anything?
That's not.
I don't know what's worse than that. You got to think. There's nothing else you could get caught at. You'd rather be like, I got caught killing my wife, rather than caught walking in that 13-year-old's house. Oh,
bro, let me look at this. I got to see.
He's got to do his research in the middle of the call.
Dude, that's what I always do. Research. I'm the research guy. 3 years. Like he did this to dudes for 3 years. Like you ain't on there typing to somebody be like, man, this might be Chris Hansen.
Bro.
Yo.
And I bet it was the same house every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's an episode where a dude was there, was like, man, I was thinking like, yo, I might be on to catch a predator.
Wow.
Like he knew he had, but he's so sick in his head that he got to go over here and mess with some child that he didn't even like, I'm going to go to jail tonight. This could be a setup.
And it's always in Polk County. It's always in Polk County. And they're always traveling to get to Polk County. I would think, hold on, there's one county where this stuff goes bad all the time. What county? Oh, Polk County, where you going? Oh, my house is in Polk County. Oh, this ain't the one. They arrest like 50 people at a time, like every 3 months on these things.
How creepy is that, man?
That's creepy.
That's some desperate people. That's just desperate people who they have nothing else, man. And they're criminals and they're deviants and everything else like that. But there's a thing called, when they get people like this, and entrapment is what it's called. And when you create this opportunity, the idea is entrapment only occurs when you normally wouldn't have done something.
Gotcha.
Now, what happens is it always goes over the line. They always go over the line where somebody says, hey, why don't you come to my house? And he goes, well, I don't want to. And he tries to say, maybe I shouldn't. And then, no, really, it's okay, my parents. And they keep pushing. And then, oh, okay. And you finally acquiesce. And sometimes with sex crimes and stuff like that, like in situations where prostitution specifically, like on the side of the street, when you're driving, the girl knocks on your window. I didn't ask you to come over here. I actually had this one case where this police officer was holding the side of the car as he was trying to drive off. He didn't want any bit of it, and they go, oh, he would have kept doing it because I tried to drive away and she just grabbed the side of my car. So yeah,
wow. Is that it's
a weird situation.
Is that like when they put those trucks in like black neighborhoods with like shoes and then they leave it open and for like days and then kids come steal and they get arrested?
Yep. Same thing. The keys are in the car, or you have these prank shows where the bike is electrocuted.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean, I see the porch pirate things and I'm like, okay, you left something on there, but they came onto your property. But when people drive into your neighborhood and they come into your house and they do certain things, I mean, it just feels like you created this environment, that they weren't in this environment. You created it.
So let me ask you, Jeff, if that does happen with entrapment, because I've heard about court cases where the cop is overly aggressive.
Yeah.
Can you win that case? Like, is that easy to win? Or
here's the thing. If it's a juvenile case, you're never going to win it, because judges in juvenile court, feel like, well, the kid needs to help. He should get some help. Yes, the justice it's not right, but he could use some help. Now, if you bring it to a jury, my ex won one of these cases. And, the officer is sitting there and these dolphins, they used to do stings against gay men, in bathrooms and stuff like that, where they sit there and they tap their shoes under the thing and they get this stuff to happen. And they were gay stings, and it happened all the time in Orlando. Actually, there was a place, I didn't make the name of this place up because you had to know this was a gay park. It was called Woohoo Park.
That's crazy.
I couldn't make it up if I want to. And we called it Woohoo Park Stings. And all these gay men would get hit, like 40 at the same time would be and most of them pled out because it was embarrassing. But that one or
what
two
was the
would go on
charge?
fighting us.
Yeah, what's that charge?
Public indecency.
Public indecency, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Damn.
And I'm like going, and these dudes, and I'm talking married dudes, were coming in here, and they were in the closet, and they were doing anything to get out of it. I'll pay. I'll do whatever I can. Just, I can't. My wife can't find out. So yeah.
Well, hey guys, this Friday, man, like Jane said, hit him up, Jayon and Afrotainment.us, correct?
Yep. Afro is Jayon at Afrotainment.us.
Yeah, so hit him up if you want to come sit in the audience, man. We got a few seconds left. Jeff, where you gonna be at this weekend, brother?
I'm actually gonna be preparing to go to Atlanta. I have
ATL ho?
Yeah, ATL, and I'm gonna be I'm actually gonna hear Schwarzenegger talk and a couple other people. I'm going to better yourself. It's all about getting better at what you do.
Nice, that's dope, brother. Where you at this weekend, Jay Yeezy?
I'm actually not performing because I'm taking my baby to the Dr. Phillips Center to see Hamilton.
Nice, that's dope. I'm not performing as of now. I'm trying to get on some shows, but if I don't watch the news, because I will be the one shooting Abraham Lincoln in the head at Hamilton.
Oh wow!
So get ready, baby. Kenny Booth in the booth, yo.
Kenny Booth.
Yo, man, thank y'all so much for listening this week. It's been a great, funny week. Miguel couldn't be here. He's out sick. But that's James John. That's Jeff Kaufman. We thank y'all for listening. Hey, take your ass to bed.
Deuces.
Deuces. Perfect. Good shows, y'all.
Ow.
In the recording.